Ali here at mindwavemeditation.com, and today we're going to talk about your self-development journey. No matter where you are on your path, you are basically, in my opinion, one of three people. Number one, life is pretty rough. For whatever reason, you are struggling. Getting through the day is literally the challenge. So looking at people who are doing all this stuff, it's just like how and you, it's just a lot. We'll come back to you. Number two, you're plodding along, things are going okay, you're making a bit of progress, but you're not quite breaking through. It's just not quite happening, and it's frustrating. It's all like, oh, I'm not there anymore, but I'm not quite there. We'll come back to you too. Or number three, you are winning at life, you're crushing it, you've done all the stuff, everything's good, you can see the stuff, but you're not feeling it in here. You're not quite there. There's something more, there's something deeper to life. So in this video, we're going to concentrate on the first person, because you are the number one in this conversation, and we need to get you from there to there. But fear not, if you're number two or number three, there's still going to be value in here too. So please continue to watch, and well, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so what can I offer you? Well, I can offer you some advice, some peace of mind, and some relief, and some hope for your journey ahead, and saying that no matter where you are on this spectrum of pain and suffering, you can absolutely break through and just get that much more progress. So we did the videos on the 10x, leveling up, and all this sort of stuff. If that's not for you right now, and that's just a massive, don't worry, just don't worry. Life is levels. It's just literally lots and lots of levels. So if you're at this kind of like rock bottom and it's just really difficult, or even if it's not so difficult and you just know that you can do so much more, but you just can't seem to put all the pieces together, well, let's just talk about it. Let's just get the job done. So we just need to discuss a few things. And then my intention is that you will be smiling by the end of this video, or at least you'll believe that this guy believes in you. And that's good enough for me. If you can just sort of water that plant of hope and just have a bit of, a little bit, I guess that's the leaves sprouting under the sun. Just a little smile, just a little one. Ah, yeah. Here we go, we're in. All right. So you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Maybe you really don't love yourself, and even talking about this stuff makes you go, talking about the stuff, don't want to talk about the stuff. It's all right, you don't have to. I'm talking about the stuff. You just have to listen. Just have a little listen, see if any of it goes in. And sometimes you might feel numb. You might feel numb emotionally, sensations feel numb. Maybe you're numb with your partner. You're just not feeling what you used to feel. Maybe the people that do seem to love themselves, or at least love life and look happy, people like this annoy the hell out of you. You're like, what, how have they got, how are you doing that? What, all those sorts of things. And I get it. I totally get it. Because I've been all of these levels, and sometimes I slip back down and go back up. So I understand all these levels really, really well. And that's why I want to do this video for you, just to kind of show you that you might be here, but it's really not far to here at all. It's really, really not far. And the great thing is, when these things start to click into place, you're there. And it's, oh, I'm not feeling like I was before. So we just got to talk about a few little things, and then we'll just kind of bring it up. It's a vibration at the end of the day. And if someone's vibrating with love, it's almost painful, almost like the sun is just beaming into your face and, you know, it's burning. It's like, ooh, it's just too much. So, you know, you might be beating yourself up because you don't have all your dreams figured out. You don't know who you are. You don't even know what you want to do. Maybe you do know what you want to do, but it's just feels like, and just getting through the day is all that you're trying to do. So the thought of trying to like 10x your vision and create something and leave a legacy and all this stuff is just like, woo. So we've just got to figure out a few little things. We've just related to what is happening. So we know what's happening. It's a number of things and we don't like it. So what we want to do is learn why. So let's do that. All right, here we go. I'm going to be really honest and blunt, and you might listen to this and go, what? How very dare you say that to me? Or you might go, okay, I hear you. Okay, so you're going to be one of those two people right now, but I'm just going to lay it down. If you are here in rock bottom, everything sucks, no matter why, it could be an illness, it could be circumstance, it could be just the world's against you, it could be everything. I don't know, so I've got to kind of, you know, guess and sort of kind of walk on eggshells a little bit, so forgive me. But if we're here, we're in victimhood. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? I was the king of victimhood. I was the king of the hood. I was the king of victimhood. Oh, why me? It's always me. Everything sucks. Da 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 da. Now look, your issue might not be your fault. You might be in horrible circumstances. So forgive me, and I don't mean to joke about this stuff if things are out of your control. Victimhood, we can alleviate ourselves from this kind of like the world is against us, or our body is against us, or this disease or illness, or our finances or our dreams, it's all just against us, nothing's going right. We can live like that, and what we receive is more of that. This is one of the greatest teachings I ever learned, and it took me years to really, really get my head around it. If you're living in victimhood, saying, why me? It's not fair. You're going to get really, really, really great at experiencing that. And the plan here is to flip that coin. It's not so easy just to kind of go, oh, okay, magically everything's fine, because you've got to work through things. I understand that, and my sympathy and compassion to you, absolutely. But what we've got to do is we've got to realize, first of all, with our awareness, and what do I mean by awareness? Simply watching yourself go through the day, you know, and not being attached to it all. You are going through life, that is what is. What we have to do is realize that everything is what is. It's not your fault necessarily, it might be your fault, but it's not your fault, you're not to blame. But what is happening is what is. It just is. So when we get to this understanding, we separate ever so slightly away from, everything sucks, to, okay, it is what is. It's a slight difference from anger, pain, and to, and what we have to do is just constantly climb that ladder to like, okay, I got there. And then another ladder might be contentment, at feeling content with everything is what is. And maybe the next one is hope. You might have a flash of hope. Maybe this video might give you a bit of hope. And you see, you just feel a glimmer of joy, or a spark of relief, and you go, okay, that was a spark. I've got a friend who made an album, called it Minor Joy. I mean, you know, that title is fantastic. I love music. I saw that title, I was like, that's fantastic. It sums up that feeling of being completely low, rock bottom, and you just get a glimmer of joy, but it's just a minor joy. It's not enough to make you feel happy. It's just, I know there is joy, but I'm not feeling it. So I want you to feel this minor joy. I want you to tune into where you can find, what is this? Why do I do this? Where you can feel joy. And look, this is the bit that gets a bit hippie and people go, oh yeah. But you know, smelling flowers, seeing a sky and seeing the clouds, a blue sky, and just going, you know what? I think I can live through another day. That sky is something else. The sunshine, when the light comes in and it just takes your breath away. A song, one song that you've got a really good memory of, someone that you love that's there for you no matter what. If you don't have someone that you love, someone that you love, maybe it's an actor on TV or a musician or an author. You know, even your favorite recipe book, I don't know, just something that you love. And just feel in your heart that connection to love itself. So I want you to think of one thing right now that you love, anything, your dog, your cat, the recipe book, is that? Yeah, of course. Your favorite book, blah, blah, all the things I said before. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to think about that. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're going to tune in, see if you can get your back straight if possible. And I want you to put your hand on your heart. Use 2 hands if you want. You don't have to do this, but it's good to kind of remember where the heart is for a start. Like, oh yeah, I got a heart, that thing that beats and keeps me alive. Just feel it. And just tune in. And if you can feel it, that's even better. Just tune into that feeling. And just remember that you have a heart that's capable of feeling love. Even in the worst conditions, no matter what is happening in your life, you have this heart that unconditionally beats and keeps you alive, pumping the blood through your veins. And you can tune into the feeling of love, the feeling of joy. Okay, crank a smile now. Look, no one's looking. Come on. There we go. Come on. Bigger. Bigger. Okay. Just for a minute. Let's just do it. Just feel that joy. If you can't quite feel it, just tune into the memory of joy, happiness, relief, or excitement. Remember feeling excited about something? You know, like on your birthday, or you get given a gift, or you see someone you've not seen, you had a great conversation. Hope. Just feel gratitude, joy, happiness, relief, peace, tranquility. All of these things exist. They are real. They are here and now. Simply by tuning into your heart. Okay, let's do 3 deep breaths. And we're going to breathe in through the nose. And we're going to let go out through the mouth like this. What we're going to do is we're going to imagine a white light coming in through the head, just from like the universe. Ain't no thing. And this white light is going to fill the body all the way into the heart, and then we're going to let go and go, ah. And what we're going to do is we're going to let go any of the stress in our neck, in our jaw, in our shoulders, any tension in the body. So it's just nice healing light in, and let any stress out. And that's it, just 3 breaths. And if you can, crank up that joy, crank up that happiness, crank up that relief, peace, and love. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let it all go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Smile. Breathe in. And let it all go. Now, if you do 6 of those, we just did 3. If you do 6 of those, you might feel a bit lightheaded. But if you tune in to the heart space anywhere around here and just try and cultivate that feeling of joy and happiness, that warmth, that glow, and assign it to anything that you love, or simply just feel it, and practice that every single day. The first thing you do when you wake up, take 15 seconds and just breathe in and tell your mind we're here to amplify love. And if you haven't done this ever, it's the same as a practice. We've got to practice this stuff. It's a muscle, you know? We've got to really, really crank this valve up and start practicing connecting from here, the mind, to tuning into the heart, and really start marrying the two together. And it's going to change. It's going to change your world. You're going to start thinking differently and feeling differently. But it takes your commitment. And this is the smallest act of self-love that you can give yourself, self-care. It's so small. When we wake up, we tune in. In the afternoon, tune in. And then in the evening, just before we sleep, we tune in. So 3 times a day, from this day forward, for 3 days. That's your mission. And if you crush that, stretch it to the end of the week. If you crush it and you're enjoying it, stretch it to the month. If you miss a day, who cares? Just remember and do it again. Keep doing it. Keep tuning in. And this relationship will grow stronger between you and your heart. You might find your partner says something and you actually genuinely are listening and you feel love. You might see someone holding hands instead of going, look at them. You might go, oh, that's really beautiful. You might eat something and actually feel the joy of wow, this thing traveled all around the world just to get into my hand and then into my mouth. It's pretty cool. You know, these things like gratitude and love and joy and happiness. People like this don't just often walk around and just go, oh my God, life is great. It's a process, it's a journey, and it's a lot of brainwashing. It's taken a lot of work for me to be this guy. And I'm not like this all the time, but I am like this the majority of the time. And I know as a truth that you can be too if you practice it. So ultimately, our thinking mind is in victimhood. We are stuck in our past story. This is who I am, this is my problem, this has come from that, all of these things. What we want to do, and remember the prayer hands as a way to remember this is the middle. This is your past story. We want to create a new positive story. Don't worry about filling it up with dreams and goals and all this stuff, because we're not ready for that. You know, it's not the time for that. But what we can do is fill this up with deciding to just feel and practice joy, love, and gratitude. That's it. A daily choice to practice joy, love, and gratitude. Anybody can do that. You can do that, and you can do it really, really well. And if you practice this morning, afternoon, and evening, or any of the 3, you will feel changes. You will start to feel different. You will start to feel glimmers of hope and minor joys. those minor joys, if you keep watering them, will turn into major joys. And we'll go from this, up to just keep going. And then if you keep going, you might end up doing something like this. Too far, mate, too far. So that's what's happening, where it gets stuck in a thinking, feeling loop of this is what's happening, so this is going to happen again. And that's what we do. We tell ourselves that this is how I feel, so this is how I'm going to feel. What we've got to do is we've got to break that cycle. We've got to just simply go, okay, I'm in a cycle, all my pain and suffering. I've just got to change a few things, whether it's my health, my current living situation, the person I'm with, the whatever. Just small steps. Know that you've got to change and start with your heart. And things will change. And I'm really, really excited to hear all about it. So let me know down below when you feel those sparks of minor joys or major joys, and share this journey with me, because I'm here for you all the way, and I want to connect with you so we can help each other, and I can help show you some paths to the mountain, your mountain, and you can show me your progress. So it's a win-win. So let's keep moving. All right, so how are we going to do it? Well, we just discussed the heart, so we're going to do that. Let's just keep building it. So on top of that, I want you to realize that every decision is based in love or fear. You can argue about this, but basically it really is. Things are going good. You've started to make progress. You feel a bit better. You've made a healthy choice. You've had a healthy lunch or a healthy dinner, or you've not had a bit of that or a bit of that, and you feel good. And then what happens? You feel guilty for feeling good. I shouldn't feel good. All this sort of stuff. That's where the fear creeps in. So what you've got to do is, when you're feeling happy, joyful, and in gratitude, decide that when you're feeling that, you're going to connect and go, okay, this is the good stuff. And it feels like the unknown. It might feel like, I don't want to feel like this because I don't know where it goes. I'm not used to it. I'm used to feeling sad, depressed, and I know how that works. I know what to do. I've got my this and that, and I know how it works. So what we've got to do is, when we feel the happiness, just go, okay, this is happiness, and that's okay. And when you feel the fear come in, fear comes in shapes of doubt, worry, guilt, all of those things. Just look at it and go, oh, okay, you're going to take me down back to the sad place. I know this. Yeah, you come in, I go, oh yeah, and we go, oh yeah, there you are. These are just thoughts, by the way. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Decide that when you see these thoughts, you can't have that, you can't do what they can do, you'll never do that, who do you think you are, you're not allowed to feel this. That's all bullshit. It's bullshit, because you are meant to feel love, you're meant to feel peace, and furthermore, you're meant to help other people feel love and peace too. Because you can, why not? It's such a beautiful thing to do. So all of that negative stuff is BS. It's not true. It's illusion. It's safety. It's the comfort in being sad. And you can break free from that. And I know you can, because I did it, and I've seen many other people do it too. We can break the cycle with positive affirmation. We've done the breath in the morning. Tune in. Just remember the breath. Breathe in, breathe out, heart. And then you can say one of my favorite phrases of all time. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Say it with a smile. Say it with a smile and feel it. Every day, say it with me. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Turn it into a song if you want. Knock yourself out. Write it on a card. Write it on a card every single morning. Repeat it every single morning before you get out of bed. Before those 2 feet touch the floor, if you're lucky to have 2 feet, go, wow, I've got 2 feet. before you go to sleep. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Drill that into your head. Write it on a little card every single day. Stack those cards everywhere. Brainwash yourself for happiness, for joy, for gratitude, for health. And repeat until you start feeling it, and then just keep repeating it or change the card to something else. It's really awesome what you can do if you train yourself to just do it. It's really, really amazing, and you'll completely surprise yourself. I promise you that much. Okay, so let's just level up a little bit more. Why don't you quit one thing every week? Write a list of all the things that you know that you shouldn't be doing. Smoking, drinking crap, eating crap, watching crap, talking to crap people, talking to, people that aren't serving you well or helping you succeed or achieve or get better. Quit one person a week. Quit watching one thing, quit eating one thing, quit, if you smoke 15 a day, smoke 10 a day. I never want to tell anyone to smoke 10 a day, but it's better than 15. Quit one thing and review your progress. If you can quit one thing and you can last a couple of days, and you can repeat that process. Review, flip it round. Do one press up. If you can do one press up, the next day you can do 2 press ups. Do 2. If you can do 2 press ups, you can probably do 3 press ups. This thing builds like this. It's the same, small steps. I don't know why I'm doing it like that, but you get what I mean. And then celebrate these small wins. Take a moment, tune into the heart, cultivate it, amplify it, feel that feeling of love and joy, and go, I'm doing it. I feel it's a small win, but I looked at a bird today and I went, that's a nice bird. Life's not that bad. Nature, there's so many, nature. The greatest teacher. You can see a stream, the wind, and it's just awesome. I know I sound completely insane if you're not into nature, but for those of you who are, you get it. But, start with nature. Just look at it. It's nuts. Like the beauty in nature. Type into Google beautiful nature and just look at it and go, right, that is the same made of the same stardust that I'm made of, that you're made of. We're all from one big thing. We're all made of essentially the same thing. It's a reflection of beauty of life. And if you can just look at that in awe and just go, wow, that's pretty cool. That's a great starting point. Start there. And look, if you want that extra help and you just can't do this on your own, or you want someone just to drag you through, get a coach. I coach people all the time, lots of different levels, from super depressed and suicidal to crushing life and just needing some breakthroughs. And it doesn't matter where you are. A coach is amazing because a coach pulls you through and motivates you and cheerleads you every step of the way. And if you get one that you resonate with, then it's a joy and you can enjoy the journey. So get in touch, link below if you want to work with me, and we'll set a plan and we'll make it happen, and we'll get you from, even if it's just there to there, so you're like, yes, that's amazing. And if not me, just look on the internet and look for a coach, something specific that you need. There's plenty of people out there waiting to help you. So start making these little thoughts. Oh yeah, I could do that. Okay, so let's just remember that the pain and suffering that you're in right now, or you're experiencing, or you have been experiencing, is all part of this past story. It's all the story of what you've been through and what you're going through, and it can suck. And what we do is we get attached to that. That's our identity. I am depressed. I'm just pessimistic, that's the way I am. oh, I can't do that, you know, I've never been able to do that. And you know, the long list of these things. I had my own list. I said also, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, I can't do that, I'm dumb, I'm not intelligent, I've got dyslexia, just loads of stuff. I just reeled them out all the time. And we attach ourselves to this story. This is who I am, this is how the way I am, this is what I'm like, I can't change. It's all a story. And in this moment, this side, the future, none of that needs to belong in here. The only reason why all of this past story ever belongs in here is because we up here allow ourselves to believe that it's going to continue. But what we can do is decide in this moment, the present moment, that this stops here, in this moment. Just think about it. If you're a pessimist, right now, if you wanted to, you could decide that you're no longer a pessimist and you're going to be optimistic. That's a fact. Start with that. Start right now thinking, I'm an optimist. I am choosing to be optimistic about my future. The past has said, oh, it's just sucked and there's all these bad things keep on happening, but I'm going to choose right now to be optimistic every single day. Even if stuff doesn't go to plan straight away, I'm just going to be optimistic. My whiteboard, blank slate, default programming is optimistic and happy and positive and grateful and joyous. That's where we're going to start every day. It's the easiest step. It's the first step on this journey, is just to decide that your future, although it be unknown and it's scary and we don't know what's going to happen, we're going to think positively about it and we're going to let go of all this. We might need to tweak a few things and, you know, start making action steps and making progress. But the whole point of this whole thing, this whole future past thing, is the middle right here. Every step of the way we can decide, start again. Right now, in this moment, we are happy and positive and free. So in as many moments in your day as humanly possible, is tap in to joy. Tap into the heart space, tap into gratitude, tap into love, tap into the unknown, tap into the smile and just crank that smile, tap into the breath, tap into nature, tap into love essentially at all costs. You've got nothing to lose by tapping into love, and keep returning to it constantly. Constantly go from here to here and cultivate that feeling. Enhance it, embrace it, crank it up. It's a windy one. I'll see you in the next one.